Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Thursday. It is April the 2nd. Let's jump right into it, guys. I will be using my own deck that I've used and created myself. So let's see what you guys might need to know. I also have another deck that I normally do when it comes to like careers and stuff like that. So let's see what you guys might need to know. This is just a regular video when it comes to what you guys might need to know in general. So let's see. So Spirit, what does the collective need to know? Okay, thank you. So we have singer. Okay, some of you guys are singers. Some of you guys are really good at singing. Now, there is something about when you do sing, like even if you guys are like the worst of the worst, because like I know not everybody is, you know, a singer, right? But we all think we can sing, you know? Like singing in the shower could be significant too. All right, maybe you guys like to listen to music in the bathroom, play your music, you know, have it booming, right? And you're just singing your heart and soul out to the universe. But singing is very significant. Maybe you guys enjoy singing or singing is connected to you in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't even have to just be singing, like even humming, like things like that. Like just getting into that energy where your throat chakra, you know, could be basically being activated, or you guys are connecting some way, somehow, okay? Even when it comes to singers, there's something about being able to connect to your audience or being able to connect to people on a very deep level as well. So take what resonates with that too. Okay. Booking a trip. So there's something about movement, right? So when it comes to booking trips, now this could be about flights. Okay. Flights could be very significant. There's something about change. Now there could be a change happening when it comes to movement. This could be physically or, you know, maybe, you know, figuratively, right? But there is something about being grounded and going through a transition. So just like how the moon cycle is transitioning tomorrow into Scorpio, I don't, confirmation with the horn just now, I don't know why I'm getting this energy where it's like, say you guys are moving into this transition of the moon cycle, right? This is like an example. And say this transition that you're going to is like basically you making movement. So even if it's not physically like in the 3D, it's like in the 5D spiritually, you know that you're making movement and you know that it's safe for you to move when it comes to like the decisions or the choices that you guys are making internally, right? Booking flights and taking a trip could be significant too. There could be something about that that could be on a hold, a pause, or there's something about maybe, you know, delays maybe that could be significant too, right? But when it comes to movement as well, there's something about passion. So again, when it comes to change, it's like you could be doing something that's making you show up as someone who's very passionate, a lot of strength. Okay, your creativity could be significant. But like I said, deep connection to inner fire. There's something about somebody who sings, and it's almost like you move people by your passion or something to do with the way you connect with people. It moves people to be able to step into their vitality or to connect to their inner fire. This could be you connecting to your inner fire or you helping people do the same thing, right? Whatever this energy is, it's just you being helpful, you know, in general, okay? So let's see. Ooh, some of you may have green eyes. Okay, so take what resonates with that. You don't have to, but there is something about growth and healing. Intuition could be significant. Now, I don't know why this combination, when I see this, I just automatically assume somebody from Ireland, okay? Ireland could be very significant, okay? The Irish could be very significant. Some of you may have roots and culture, okay, in Ireland, okay, or have family members that are Irish or Irish roots or backgrounds, okay, those from West Indian culture can understand this as well, okay, because of the history and things of that, you know, happen with, you know, Ireland and, you know, with certain things with the UK, meaning the British and stuff like that. So take what resonates with that. You guys could be Irish or have Irish roots. This doesn't necessarily have to be that, but I'm just saying something to do with Ireland could be significant, okay? But if not, you may have red hair and green eyes. And even if you don't have red hair and green eyes and you still resonate with the message, there's something about you stepping into something like your fire. And also, even though you're stepping into your fire, you're still bringing healing energy, right? It's like your intuition has it's like it's being sparked. Something is being like lit up, right? So there's something about that that could be confirmation as well. Like your heart. It's almost like someone's heart being on fire in a good way though, right? But it's because you guys are helping other people around you. Either you're helping to grow and heal, or you're helping those around you to grow and heal. Okay, yeah. April is very significant, so take what resonates with this. Okay, right now we are in April. April season could also be significant for somebody, right? We have Mars, so taking action. So there is something about taking action for somebody. The ages of 20 to 30 could be very significant too. So this is about courage, all right? Courage, survival instincts, you know, things like that. Being a leader could be significant. Some of you guys are taking direction in your life, right, on being a leader or leadership energy. We have November that is significant also as well. So November and April could resonate for some of you guys, even when it comes to Aries and Taurus placements. Now, you may have Aries and Taurus placements in your Mars. You don't have to. And also for November, you may have Scorpio and Sagittarius placements in your chart. But this could also be your Mars as well. It doesn't have to either. But there's something about Sagittarius and Scorpio energy and Aries and Taurus energy as well. So you may have placements that are Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aries, and Taurus in your chart. It doesn't have to be your big 3 or 6. It could just be in your chart. Okay, but there's something about taking action. Now, this could be fire grounded action, like I said, with the red and the green as well. When it comes to, you know, fire being red, right? That's passion. Green being, you know, growth, stability. Okay. You know, groundedness, calmness, things like that, right? Abundance. So there is something about April that is significant that could be changing as well. Now, for some of you as well, too, Aries talks about being direct, taking action. Taurus talks about being persistent, being stubborn, but being stubborn in a good way, because once you do something that you like, it's like you will dig your heels into that and do it to the end. Okay, you'll see it to the end. So you may have your Mars or your your Taurus. No, sorry, your Mars and Taurus and Aries, depending on if this is your Vedic or Western astrology. And this could also go for you if you have Sagittarius and Scorpio in your Mars as well. Okay, or you could be somebody that has these placements. Even if you're not born in these months, you just may have these placements. But take what resonates, right? Take what resonates with that. Some of you guys are smokers, so smoking could be very significant for some of you guys as well. You don't have to smoke, but again, this is like I said, talking about expression. So when it comes to you having to take action, there's something about you expressing something. Now, again, this could be you speaking up on certain things, or this is about you speaking and also that being linked to your energy. So those who know, and those who don't know. And again, what you don't know, you'll judge. And I don't like that. I like when people ask questions too, because then it shows that you guys are trying to educate yourself. And there's a way to go about it too. Like, asking questions is one thing, but being ignorant in the way that you ask that question can also play a role in how people may view certain things too. So even when it comes to that, like cigarettes, cigars, Mary Jane, that kind of stuff, I always talk about this in my readings. Certain cultures, right, use certain things as a way to express themselves. Now, when it comes to the lungs, yes, some things are not good for your lungs because, you know, again, it's about your breathing and your respiratory and all that good stuff, right? But certain cultures, when it comes to Mary Jane especially, a lot of people have done their homework and they know, right, that you can use that for anything, okay? You can use it as a topical. You can use it as, you know, a regular herb. You can use it as a tea. You don't have to smoke it. You can use it in food, okay? There are many different ways to use that in medicine or to help you when it comes to anxiety and things like that, right? There's always a stigma that people who maybe do this are lazy, they don't know what they're doing, but in actuality, it actually helps people depending on what they're dealing with. And it's not to say that it's the best thing since sliced bread, but if it helps, it helps. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to judge anybody either. But if you are to stop doing these things, then you stop doing that. You know what I mean? But if you stop doing that, that doesn't mean that you're any better or any less than somebody else who doesn't do it. So there's also something about that stigma where it's like, you know, I can't be friends with this person because they drink. And it's like, oh my, you know, sorry about that. Like, so a person can't have a drink or two and still be emotionally intelligent and stable. I didn't know. You know, it's like a lot of people are very judgmental, and instead of just understanding a person for who they are, that is also significant, especially with growth. It's like people can grow, people can learn from their mistakes if it is a mistake to them. And some people don't care. Some people continue to do this. And guess what? It still allows them to go about their day-to-day life. So, you know, that could be significant for some of you, but some of you guys could be thinking about quitting. Some of you guys could be realizing that even if you don't quit, there's something about balance for some of you. Okay, take what resonates with that. Also, when it comes to cigarettes, there's something about nicotine that could be very significant. I don't remember what it was, but I saw some type of research or something about that. That could be confirmation for somebody who likes to like go on Reddit and deep dive and go into like the rabbit hole. So there's something about that too. There's certain things that they try to make bad, right? And sometimes it's not even as bad as it is. It's moderation. And I'm not going to sit here and say like it's good, because people can get addicted. But at the same time, it's like a lot of people who judge people for drinking and smoking don't realize that doesn't change the person for who they are. Okay, unless you're addicted, unless you're a drunk, or you know, you used to be somebody like that and you're changing, that's totally different. But to sit there and look at somebody and say, you know what, because they have a drink or two, ugh, I cannot be friends with them because I'm on my spiritual journey and I just don't resonate with that energy anymore. It's like that person can still be a good person. Why are we judging people based on what they do in their personal life? In that sense, you're not hurting anybody. You're not, you know, killing anybody. You're not doing anything to anybody to make them feel uncomfortable. If you're at home doing things in your home, like drinking and smoking by yourself, right? Then what are you doing so wrong? Like, okay, oh yeah, your body. I understand, you know, you got to respect your body, but people are just doing things that make them happy at this point. It's like, why are we stressing about things that don't matter? You know, and that could be that too. It's like being with people who are so judgmental. It's like, even if you don't drink or smoke, you could still be somebody that's friends with people who drink and smoke here and there. And you're still okay with that and you accept that person for who they are. But a lot of times people put stigmas onto people, okay? You would be so surprised at how the most richest or most popular people, or even just day to day, there are people in your day to day work, okay, that probably do this. And guess what? They get the most done. They get the most done. And I'm not judging. I'm just calling it out like I see it. Like, people can judge so quick. Okay, you could have all the education in the world and still be at a job and still not do anything. Just sit there and twiddle your thumbs. So you can't judge people, okay? Initials I is significant. Sorry I was going off on that, but I feel like that might resonate for somebody, where it's like you're not judgmental like that. Like, you don't care what people, you know, do, okay? And the reason why it's like you don't care is because as long as it has nothing to do with cruelty with like kids and animals and just people and things like that, you don't care, okay? That is a de-stressor for somebody. Now, if you are using it, right, and say you can't stop, then that's a problem, okay? That's serious. Okay. But also what I'm picking up here with this too, with healing and also growth, what I'm picking up here is if you guys do this as well, finding herbs that you can incorporate this with. Okay. I'm just saying, right? Some of you guys are herbalists. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, we have the 27th as well, and then we also have initials M. So take what resonates with that. You guys could have the initials IM or MI. Okay, so the 27th is also significant, and also initials H. Now, this could be a masculine because right now it just spelled him, H-I-M, him. Ooh, another way that I'm looking at this too is like, you know, like church hymns, like spelled the different way, like H-Y-M, I think, M-N or something like that. Okay, there's something about church hymns, right, that are significant. That could be also confirmation, but there's something about a masculine energy because it says him. Okay. I don't know. That's interesting. Take what resonates with that. But there's something about a masculine energy where it could be somebody who's changing or dealing with somebody that has a masculine energy, but him, Him. It's like somebody could be talking to somebody and it's like him. Look at him. Him over there. I don't know why. That's weird. But anyway, you could have these initials in your name. This could be Him. Okay, so take what resonates with that. But yeah, the 27th is also significant. So this could be this month or this could have been last month as well. But we also have giving gifts to others. So you could be receiving gifts to other people, or there's something about you giving gifts to other people when it comes to being very thoughtful. Now, this could be celebrations as well and blessings, right? There is somebody in your energy who is romantically interested in you, or this could be, like I said, divine feminine energy when it comes to attraction. Okay, people being devoted to connect with your energy could be significant. We have Are You Ready? And also intuition. So take what resonates with this too when it comes to preparation. There's something about the universe asking you, are you ready when it comes to taking action with something? Now, it's like your intuition knows and you guys are receiving clarity about this, okay? Sunday could be very significant too. So again, when it comes to, you know, confidence and things like that, there could be something that is sparking your confidence during this time, and this could be happening on Sunday. All right, so I wonder what else is showing up for some of you guys. I'll just get like a couple cards. So we have unraveling, motion, release, truth, and also unfolding. So, okay, there's something about some type of truth that is being unfolded, right? Or there's something about you releasing something on Sunday. Okay, that could be significant, but there is something about some type of truth with you releasing something. Music could be very significant. Some of you guys could be releasing music because singer also showed up. Okay, we have Aries energy as well. Okay, so, ooh, truth and clarity wanted to show up as well. But anyways, Aries energy came up twice. And also we have congratulations, big celebration. So I don't know what you guys are doing. I don't know what's happening, but you guys are being celebrated at this time, all right? We also have blue eyes. There's something about somebody who has blue eyes as well. There's something about clarity. Or for some of you guys, if this is not blue eyes, there is something about you guys receiving truth and clarity, because that card just flipped somewhere in my deck. I don't know where it fell back into, but I know I saw it somewhere. And that was also confirmation for me too, like just seeing that card. I don't know where it went, but anyway, yeah, truth and clarity is significant. Okay, let me get the next deck here. Ooh, okay. So chili is significant, okay? And also snakes are significant. Now take what resonates with that, okay? They're remaining at the bottom of the deck, right? But there's something about chili and snakes. Now this is about transformations, right? Now some of you guys, when it comes to your transformations, this is about feminine energy. Now you could be stepping into your femininity, whether you're masculine or not, but there is something about your independence and also being able to adapt or being adaptable. Now, like I said, when it comes to Mars energy, you guys may have these placements. We are in Aries season as well, so that could be also why the energy may feel a little bit more heightened. And also transformations when it comes to snakes, shedding off old skin, releasing and letting go, right? This is about Kundalini shadow work energy. So again, releasing, letting go, going through transformations, even if this is about you, you know, not smoking anymore or learning to balance or whatever it is that you guys are doing, right? Everybody has to find ways that works for them. Okay, we can't be the life police and tell people how to live their lives. Everybody knows their body. Everyone's body is different. It takes time for people to release certain things as well. And some people don't want to release that. And guess what? You have to do what works for you. Okay. There are people out there who can't have one drink because they'll be pissed drunk for the rest of the evening, right? And you have people out there who can drink loads, okay, and not get drunk like that. So remember, everybody's bodies are different. What works for somebody may not work for you. So that is why it is good to have discernment, right? But what I don't like though is judgmental people. It's like, why do people care like that? Like, why do you care what somebody does in their own spare time? Like, in that sense, it's like, oh my, like, God forbid somebody wants to, smoke a cigarette. We know it's bad for you, okay? We know that it's bad for you, but people do things to release stress. Confirmation with the horn. So guess what? People who don't smoke and drink, guess what they do? They eat, okay? If it's not one, it's the other, okay? Like, basically the way that I look at it in my perspective and the way that my lens looks in life is, as long as you're a good person, as long as you treat people the way that you want to be treated with respect and kindness and things like that, but also having balance as well and discernment, as long as those two things are good to go, and you care for humanity in that sense, and you care about people in a way, right? Obviously not in a way where you're people pleasing, but you care, right? As long as you do that, I don't care if you smoke or drink or, went butt naked in the beach somewhere. Like, I don't care. Okay, like, I don't care. As long as you're not that person who cannot, control themselves, like you're belligerent and drunk, okay? Now, that's not fun. Being the drunk friend of the group who is always smashing things and throwing things and yelling and screaming, like, that's not fun. And I'm not judging, but it's not fun because I've never been in that position, but I can only imagine how that may feel after the fact of you already saying to yourself, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. Now what, right? So that is why it's good to have discernment. That's why it's good to have balance. That is why I say these things, because I don't like people who judge. It's like basically going to a bar and saying to somebody because they have a peach Bellini, and that could be significant too for somebody in Aries. A peach Bellini may resonate, but it's like having a peach Bellini and having that one friend look at you and be like, darling, disgust. How dare you drink alcohol in front of me? We cannot be friends. And it's like, oh, excuse me. Like, I didn't know this was what it was. Like, oh, my bad, Or when you're an adult, it's like people assume that, there's certain things that you should not be doing anymore because, you're an adult and you're supposed to be strict and stern. And it's like, oh my, God forbid an adult wants to do something fun, like snowboarding or skiing or something, oh my. So don't let people, tell you what to do. All right, guys. Obviously, you're going to do things that make you feel better because of your health. If you feel like something is making your health worse, then, I understand that. Do what you got to do. But if you do something once in a blue moon, or you do something that makes you feel comfortable because that's what you do, right? Even when it comes to like getting out of your comfort zone as well, if you feel like something is making you feel comfortable and you need to release that, then do that. But don't let somebody judge you because, maybe your clothes don't fit the same way theirs does, or you don't shop at the same place as they do, or you don't live in the same area as they do. Like, people are people. But anyway, I'm going to end this. All right, guys. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for the love and the support. All right, guys. And I will see you in the next video. Follow me on YouTube and TikTok. All right, my website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca, where you guys can book a reading or just check out my blog. All right. I do have a few blogs that I've posted, so yeah, go ahead and check those out if you guys are interested and you guys want to read up on something, something different than the usual, TikTok scrolling, right? Sometimes it's good to take your eyes off of the videos and maybe read something, that's very, knowledgeable, or you just gain some new wisdom or info or whatever. And you can Google these things too. So, I'm not heartbroken either. But yeah. All right. But thank you guys. I appreciate you. I love you guys. And I'll see you next time. All right. Have a good Thursday. Bye, guys.